This tutorial is for 5th grade Module 3, Lesson 1a. Module 3 takes us into the addition and subtraction of fractions. Lesson 1a is just a review of the fraction concepts that they covered in 4th grade. This question says, what are some fractional names for this point? I see that I have a number line and it is broken into 4 pieces going from 0 to 1. Well, since it's broken into 4 pieces, I know that my fractions will be fourths. And the point is telling me that I have one piece and that it is a fourth because the section from 0 to 1 has been broken into 4 equal pieces. The denominator tells me how many pieces the whole has been broken into. The numerator, or the top number, tells me how many pieces I'm looking at or focusing on. So the point is showing me 1/4. But, as you see, they're asking for fractional names for this point. That means they're asking for equivalent fractions. I need to find another fraction that also names this point. In order to do that, I'm going to continue to divide the section from 0 to 1 into other equal portions. As I divide it, you can see that now each section is 1/8. So if I have 2 of these pieces, I now have 2/8. So 2/8 and 1/4 are considered equivalent fractions. Let's look at another example. This one says, using the number lines shown, what is the equivalent fraction to 3/4? Well, first we need to identify the 3/4 fraction. I can see on the top number line that this number line has been broken into fourths because there are 4 sections and each section represents 1/4. So if I have 1/4, 2/4, 3/4 would be at this point. Looking at the number line below it, I have another point that represents the same amount. So 3/4 is this entire amount. I need to figure out what fraction represents this amount on the bottom number line. I do that by counting the sections. I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So my whole has been broken into 8 sections, and then I need to find out how many eighths are equal to 3/4. So I have 1/8, 2/8, 3/8, 4/8, 5/8, and 6/8. So I know 3/4 and 6/8 are equivalent fractions. They both name the same amount. Here's another example. This one says, using the number lines, show what is the equivalent fraction to 4/4. Again, we need to figure out where 4/4 is on the top number line. So if I count my sections, I have 1/4, 2/4, 3/4, and 4/4. 4/4 being the same as 1/2. If I look at the bottom number line, I can see that it has been divided into 2 sections. Since it's divided into 2 sections, each section is considered a half. So this point is 1/2, representing this much. And now, when I add the other section, I have 2 halves. So 2 halves is equal to 4/4. 4/4 is equal to 2 halves, and they're both equal to 1/2.